no bigger concerns.
So I wanted to also ask, defensively, when the season started, the team was really good defending threes, or at least teams were missing more of them. And just over the last 2 weeks, it seems like teams have been really good just making threes, being accurate at a high level. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case tonight, but when you look at that, how do you judge between overreacting to it and being legitimately concerned about how well teams are shooting against the Clippers?
I'm not concerned, but we got to be better. I think with the point of attack defense, just one on one. Where our low man doesn't have to come over every single time to help, and now you're cracking back, and now you're giving up threes because you got an X out on the backside. So, for me, just pick and roll, get into the basketball more, being more physical, and then one on one defense. The point of attack, where guys are breaking down the defense one on one and getting to the paint and creating havoc. So we got to be better with our one on one defense, and that would clean up a lot of threes.
Tony, out of the new additions, have you seen any leadership qualities that Eric or Mason or Bones could kind of contribute, or have you heard about anything of that?
Yeah, it's a little too early right now. Most of them, all three of them are quiet. For the most part, just trying to figure things out and just try to figure out where they fit in. And so it's going to take a little time, but they're going to help us out a lot.
As someone who's played Kevin Durant in playoff series and stared that down, tried to game plan for him, just what do you make of if they had his big introductory press conference today, Kevin? What would make of him next to Booker, next to CP3?
I don't want to make of it. I don't want to think about it. That's a tough trio. It's a tough trio, and it reminds you of the Clay, Steph, and KD. Even though CP's a little older now, but just having that three-headed monster that if you take one guy out, two guys are still available, on the floor. And so it's a tough cover, it's a tough matchup. Just interested to see how they play, how they share the basketball. But on paper it looks really good, and so they're going to be a tough team to beat, especially with the job that Monty does as well.
With you guys, obviously the open roster spot, there's lots of buyout talk. Do you feel like with the guards already on the roster, if there's any sort of sense of looking over their shoulder for the guys who already are in that role right now, handling the ball a lot?
Say it again.
Do you think there's any sense of those guys sort of being distracted or looking over their shoulder at all this talk about potential buyout possibilities?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think the biggest thing for our team is like the trade deadline's over. And so now you're going to be here. And so now, whatever may happen after that, it's going to be a competition. But, guys are happy to be here. And our guys are just, we want to win. And so whatever it takes, sacrificing, like I said, shots, minutes, games, we have to do that if we want to win at a high level. And our guys are on board with that.
I was talking to Zoo this morning. He said that he's developed a really good chemistry in the pick and roll defense with T-Man, especially, he trusts T-Man come over and rear contest, and he knows that he can drop back at a certain time. Have you seen that chemistry develop between those two?
Yeah, I think T-Man's gotten better defensively. I think getting to the ball more, being more physical, being up the floor, pressuring a lot like Nico. And so we said if Nico can do it at 34, you can do it at 24. And so he's kind of taking on that role and guarding the best player every night to start the games and giving PG and Kawhi a chance to rest and kind of pick those guys up in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. So he's doing a great job, defensively, and we're only going to continue to get better.
This is obviously a big game with y'all in fifth, Phoenix in fourth. Phoenix has already banked the 2 wins earlier, and you look at a potential playoff series. You don't want to show everything, especially so close to the playoffs. But how do you balance not showing everything with taking the urgency to an elevated level in a game like this tonight?
I mean, we'll have urgency. We understand that, it don't matter who we're playing. Like with 22 games left in the season, we got to be locked in and having a defensive mindset and a physical presence every single night. And so we can't ease into the games like we did against Golden State the other night, especially against a good team like Phoenix who's at home. We got to be ready to play from the jump. And so, I just want to see where we're at. I'm excited for this game, but, our guys will be ready from the start tonight.
How do you balance holding things back for the playoffs and just knowing that, you got to still defend?
Yeah, we'll see.
Obviously tonight you liked Eric closing as part of that closing line to put away Golden State. What do you think upon review of the way he fit along, besides the usual starters like Kawhi and PG and Zoo and Marcus are for parts of that run? And I ask that because would you ever consider starting Eric games as well?
I mean, right now we don't know. Just trying to have a 5 or 6 game sample size to see how, like I said, guys play together and who works well together. And like I said, just the way we've been coaching the last 15 games or so, just whoever's playing best, the best is going to play and finish games. And so I just want to kind of see what it looked like with EG out there on the floor, the end games. And like I said, he's a professional, does things the right way, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And so just try to see what it looked like. And so it's going to be different combinations the next 4 or 5 games. Just try to see who fits well together, who plays best together. And so you'll see a lot of different combinations.
You guys tied your season high with 33 assists against Golden State. I think you had 312 passes, which is way above your average. Did you see that as like kind of a product of a lot of excitement from the first game with a bunch of new guys?
Yeah, hopefully it can carry over.
Yeah, were there things that you saw were sustainable?
I think we can sustain it. I think the pace that Bones brought us, I think, Mason's pace and sprinting the screens and be able to rebound the basketball, bust down and dribble and make plays. And so I think we can sustain it. And, we're a different team when we attack the paint, get into the paint, and make the right play. We know that. And so just continue to keep, talking about that and continue to keep doing it.
Obviously, KD's not playing, but what do you feel like has been the biggest change in the Suns since the last time that you've seen them as far as who they have tonight?
Well, who we have tonight, too. So this is, Kawhi, PG, Reggie, Zoo, all of them was out last game. We played them as well. So just both teams getting on the floor. For the most part, pretty much healthy, outside of, KD and Sham. And then, of course, we're missing Norm. But just both teams pretty much being, almost healthy and just kind of see where we're at. And so, like I said, it's a game going into the break that you want to try to win and, feel good over the break and come back, Friday with on a 2-game win streak and ready to go. And so we'll see how it goes tonight. I'm done.